Hopefully this works. Can you see me? How am I doing?
Hello friends. This video was going to be about fat washing bourbon and an amazing delicious fizz I came up with. But that fizz turned out pretty disappointing, and I decided, you know what? This video is going to be about failure and redemption and a heartwarming journey of the soul.
It's fat washing bourbon.
So like most journeys, this one starts with a how-to. Now, if you're gonna bacon fat wash your bourbon, you just make some bacon. You pour the hot grease into the bourbon. Don't let it cool, because it doesn't really taste like much if you do that. I found that out the hard way. Now you let this cool on the countertop for a few hours, and then you stick it in the freezer. This is so you can get the actual fat particles out of the bourbon while still getting the flavor in. Now, a quick tip is if you put this in a jar upside down on the counter and the freezer, then the fat will rise to the top, which when you flip it over becomes the bottom, and then you can just pour the bourbon right off. Now you might think this is going to taste smoky, but it doesn't really. It's more sort of a meaty taste. Tastes a little greasy, which sounds gross, but it's actually kind of neat, you know. Anyway, we're going to give it a shot.
Okay, first, a little history. Jim Meehan owned this bar called PDT, or Please Don't Tell. It's one of these early speakeasy kind of bars in New York City. And he wrote this book here with a bunch of his recipes. One of them is from 2007. Don Lee from 2007 made this drink, Benton's Old Fashioned. And that has bacon washed bourbon. Bacon fat infused 4 Roses bourbon. That's the first time I remember hearing about it back then. And back then I thought it was kind of weird. But now everybody's doing it, and so I thought, well, I'll do it too. It sounds like a hoot.
I was going to do like a Ramos gin fizz kind of an idea.
Well, it's not going to be a gin fizz, obviously. It's going to be a breakfast bacon fat, okay, going to be a bacon fat washed bourbon breakfast fizz.
Sounds complicated, and it is complicated. I was going to make this whole montage of shaking up the drink and maybe put some music in it, or, you know, cut it up all fun. I was then going to have the reveal of the beautiful drink. You have to shake this drink for a real long time, so I was going to have comically long passages of shaking. But
oh, spent. Check this drink out. This is a real beauty. Hard work though.
But then when I tasted it, it was, you know, it was just meh. I couldn't taste the bacon much. I couldn't get the coffee or the banana flavor. It was mostly just tasted like a nice creamy sour. I mean, it tasted good. It just wasn't as exciting as I'd hoped. I thought about faking it and just pretending it was delicious, and then I thought, you know, maybe not. Maybe don't do that. Maybe just go back to what Jim Meehan said, and make the old-fashioned and make a simple, delicious drink, and talk about that.
Alright, so I made this Benton's Old Fashioned. I'm gonna give it a taste. It's a little orange at first from the peel. You definitely get the bacon. You get a lot of bacon actually, and the maple really complements it. So It's got a really interesting mouthfeel. I think you still get a little bit of the bacon fat, I think, in there, because it's got a really smooth kind of a mouthfeel. That's really good, actually. It's a really good old-fashioned. Yeah, I like that a lot. Now this fizz idea I had was pretty much a fail. Sometimes ideas you have sound great and they seem like they're gonna be delicious and they work on paper, but sometimes they're just not that exciting. I think I can still learn something from this experience, you know, just maybe sometimes I should just go with a recipe that's already written down by an expert, a bartender, somebody better than me at making up drinks, you know. I feel like I can make up a pretty good drink, but, you know, I'm no Jim Meehan, because Jim Meehan knows what he's up to. I have his book. There's a ton of recipes in here. If you don't have this book, I do recommend it. I even have my copy signed by the man himself from 2015. That was 5 years ago. Yikes. And I believe he lives in Portland now, because he's cool. The moral of this story is it's okay to try stuff. It's okay if it doesn't taste good, throw it away and try another one. Or drink it and then try a different one. Just, you know, don't be afraid. In fact, I did try another one. Here's a bonus drink.
Tastes like breakfast. Bacony coffee. You made a bacony coffee here.
If you like this video, please like and subscribe, tell your friends, and check out some more of my videos. Yeah, bye!